America pauses, united in grief. Former President Jimmy Carter has passed away at 98. He leaves behind a legacy woven into our nation's fabric. From Plains, Georgia to the Oval Office, Carter's commitment to peace and justice is indelible. We remember a man who embodied true leadership. Carter's journey was one of unwavering integrity. His post-presidency illuminated his character. Through the Carter Center, he championed human rights. Now, as flags fly at half-mast, America mourns a man who embodied our nation's soul. Born in the small town of Plains, Georgia, Jimmy Carter's roots ran deep in the American South. His upbringing, steeped in the values of hard work and community, laid the foundation for a life dedicated to service. After graduating from the United States Naval Academy, Carter returned to Plains, managing his family's peanut farm and immersing himself in local politics. His political ascent began with a seat in the Georgia State Senate, followed by a term as governor of Georgia. In 1976, he launched a bid for the presidency, captivating the nation with his down-to-earth demeanor and message of hope. His election marked a turning point in American history, ushering in an era of honesty and transparency. As the 39th President of the United States, Carter faced a myriad of challenges, from economic turmoil to the Iran hostage crisis. Despite these trials, his commitment to peace never wavered. He successfully negotiated the Camp David Accords, a landmark peace treaty between Israel and Egypt, cementing his place as a champion of diplomacy. Though his presidency was a single term, it laid the groundwork for his extraordinary post-presidency work. In a solemn farewell, the nation will honor President Jimmy Carter with 6 days of remembrance. The events will allow Americans to pay their respects to a man who dedicated his life to service. The observances will commence in Carter's hometown of Plains, Georgia. A motorcade will wind through the town's streets, allowing residents to say goodbye. A private burial service will be held at the Carter family plot. From Plains, the commemorations will move to Atlanta. The Georgia State Capitol will host a public viewing. The Carter Center will also hold a memorial service. The final observances will take place in Washington, D.C. Carter's remains will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. A state funeral will be held at the Washington National Cathedral. For those wishing to honor President Carter's memory, there are numerous ways to participate in the national remembrance. The Carter Center has established an online condolence book where individuals can share messages of support and gratitude. In lieu of flowers, the family requests donations be made to the Carter Center, ensuring his legacy of compassion continues for generations to come. Beyond these formal channels, Americans are encouraged to honor Carter's legacy in their own personal ways. Volunteer at a local food bank, donate to a cause he championed, or simply perform an act of kindness for someone in need. These small acts of service, when multiplied across the nation, become a powerful testament to the values he held dear. Throughout his life, Carter emphasized the importance of humility, empathy, and a commitment to making the world a better place. In his Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech, he stated, "War may sometimes be a necessary evil, but no matter how necessary, it is always an evil, never a good." These words, spoken with his characteristic candor, serve as a timeless reminder of the power of peace and the importance of striving for a more just and equitable world. As the nation bids farewell to President Jimmy Carter, we are left with a profound sense of loss, yet also with a deep well of inspiration. His life, a testament to the power of compassion, serves as a beacon of hope in these uncertain times. He taught us that true leadership lies not in wielding power, but in empowering others. His legacy extends far beyond the halls of government, etched into the hearts of those whose lives he touched. From the farmers in Plains, Georgia, to the families who received homes through Habitat for Humanity, to the millions who benefited from his tireless work in global health and peacemaking, Carter's impact is immeasurable. In a world often driven by division, Carter's life reminds us of the unifying power of empathy and service. He showed us that even in the face of adversity, one person's commitment to making a difference can have a ripple effect across the globe. As we move forward, let us carry his legacy in our hearts, striving to build a world where peace, justice, and compassion reign supreme. Let us honor his memory not just with words, but with actions, working together to create a future worthy of his vision.